Hey guys, it's Sophie Cunningham here. I'm finally in Indiana and I am so excited to be here and meet all of you. See you guys at the game. Bye.
Someone who doesn't want to play for the Indiana Fever wouldn't say those things. These the exact words of WNBA enforcer Sophie Cunningham, who recently moved to Indiana and is prepared to make all the necessary changes for Caitlin Clark and company.
Finally here!
All right.
Sheryl Swoopes was occupied informing everyone that no one wanted to play in Indiana. In this video, we'll dissect everything Sophie Cunningham said about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, her hectic first day with the organization, and how she's clapping back at all the haters. Are you ready? Let's go? Sophie was literally breaking the internet with her excitement about joining the Fever, her press conference, her workouts, and her social media. All of these things point to one thing. The Indiana Fever just got the missing piece they needed, and the haters are about to eat their words.
Oh gosh, this is the first time I've seen my jersey. Oh, I love this. Like I'm a rookie all over again.
What if I told you that nobody wanted to play for Indiana while Sheryl Swoopes was busy spreading rumors? When Sophie Cunningham received the trade call, she was actually by the pool in Phoenix. Her initial response was sheer exhilaration rather than disappointment or hesitation.
Where were you when you found out about this, and what was kind of that general reaction to a fresh start here?
Yeah, you guys will learn that if I'm not in the gym, I'm normally by the pool. And so I was actually poolside when I found out. And, you know, there's a lot of emotions just because I have been out there for so long. But to be honest, my original thought was like, oh, heck yeah. Like, we're about to go win a championship. Like, that's exactly where my mind went. And like I said, it's all about the people. It's about the culture. I learned a lot out there, but now I'm ready to move on to something bigger, something better, and have a lot of really great players around me to, you know, seriously go win a championship.
That's correct. While the detractors were busy coming up with their next complaint, the myth that elite players don't want to join the Fever was utterly destroyed. In stark contrast to all the negative criticism we've been hearing, Sophie was already psychologically preparing for a championship run in Indiana.
You know, I'm stoked. I'm so excited. I think it's refreshing. I've been in Phoenix for the past 6 years, was drafted out there. I've had a really great time. I've been very blessed with being around a lot of GOATs in the game and learning the game on another level. But again, like, this is just a new style, and this is the style that I thrive in. When you have people who can shoot the ball, who move the ball, who are running gunners, and share the ball, like, this is the type of offense that I want to be in.
When Sophie eventually arrived at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, her excitement was uncontrollable. A video that rapidly went viral on social media showed her genuine joy as she explored her new basketball home. Sophie excitedly introduced herself.
I'm just stoked, and like I said, the offense is more my style, but I'm also surrounded by a great culture and great people, and that's what I'm also very excited about, to be here in Indiana.
But for Sophie, a native of Missouri, moving back to the Midwest feels like coming home. I love it, she said during her introduction to Indiana media. My roots are here in the Midwest, and just to be closer to home, she said. This wasn't just any trade for her, it was a return to her heartland.
How impactful will it be for you and your family to be back here in the Midwest, something that Caitlin had as well, and within driving distance for everyone, right?
I love it. You know, my roots are here in the Midwest, and just to be closer to home. My sister is married and has a kid, has another one on the way, and family is everything to me. I have a really great support system, and you better believe I've already had over 100, 200 people reach out, hey, how do we get season tickets? I was like, I have no idea. I just got traded 2 hours ago. So I think we're going to have a pretty cool fan base up here from Missouri. But again, it's my Midwest roots. I'm excited to be around Midwesterners again. It's my type of people, and so I'm happy to be here.
The fact that Sophie's rivalry is already affecting team cohesion in a league where some stars have egos larger than their abilities makes it particularly noteworthy. Sophie stressed the value of a selfless culture right away.
Just excited, but to be honest, I think when you have a group that can let go of the egos and you're really just here to win and work hard, I think that's the best type of group, and you're all willing to do the dirty work, and I think that's what I'm most excited about. That's my bread and butter right there, is outwork your opponents and have fun doing it.
Sophie didn't simply join the squad. She fully embraced it from day one. Fans responded with overwhelming support, flooding social media with excitement about seeing her in action. The connection was instantaneous, and there was no need for an adjustment period.
Now that I've been here, and I have been paying a lot more attention to it, and it's crazy, right? Like it's a whirlwind, and there's an adjustment period not only for her, but for her teammates around her, for Indiana as a whole. But you know, I think it's all really good things, and so it takes a little bit to get adjusted to it. But after that, I mean, come on, it's part of something great that doesn't come around very often, and so if you're not paying attention, I don't know what you're doing.
While critics like Swoops continue to promote antiquated narratives, players like Sophie are voting with their actions, demonstrating that Indiana has become a destination franchise in the WNBA. This is precisely the kind of addition the Fever needed. Someone who truly wants to be there, believes in what they're building, and brings both skill and enthusiasm to the locker room.
I know you said earlier this month that you'd be the Sabrina Carpenter to Caitlin's Taylor Swift. Just
That was a joke, but I guess people really took that seriously.
people love it. What excites you about playing with her this year?
I mean, you know, she has changed our game in the best possible way in every way. And so just to be alongside of her and maybe relieve the pressure, being able to shoot and spread the court for her to go do her thing.
Recall how opponents essentially used Caitlin Clark as a punching bag during the previous season. The one thing Clark sorely needed was the cheap shot, the hard screens, the needless contact after whistles, and the fever, but he lacked a real enforcer who would have made opponents reconsider.
Still young, and I think that I've been taken under, Diana took me under her wing, and I've learned a lot from her, and now I hope to kind of do the same for Caitlin if she wants it. I just think the relationship piece is huge, and when you're trying to do something great, it takes everybody, and so I want her to go do her thing, and anything she needs from me, I'm going to be here. But again, I think that like just the competitor that I am, I'm fierce, I'm sassy, I stick up for my teammates, stick up for myself, and so sometimes I think that's okay to be feisty and to be yourself.
In addition to her basketball prowess, Sophie Cunningham is bringing to Indiana her reputation as one of the WNBA's most formidable rivals, a player opponents would hesitate to face. Sophie outlined it clearly in her inaugural press conference, those 5 words: "I'm fierce, I'm sassy, I stick up for my teammates, and I stick up for myself." Maybe the most significant thing Clark has heard throughout the offseason.
To play in front of the fans, I think that she's drawn a lot of people, not only to Indiana, but to the women's game as a whole. And so just to be a part of something great, just really happy to be here.
Let's be honest, the previous season was terrible for the rookie superstar. We all witnessed Clark being pushed around, bumped, and targeted with little repercussion. Game after game, the violent play intensified, and her teammates didn't appear to be able or willing to intervene and send a message. It like witnessing a boxing bout in which there was only one boxer with someone in their corner.
Caitlin Clark was getting hit a lot. She was getting hit a lot early, and they needed their Charles Oakley. You've got that in Sophie Cunningham.
This is precisely where Sophie Cunningham has made her mark throughout her career in Phoenix. She established herself as the ultimate team protector, and when opponents targeted the Mercury Stars, they knew they would have to answer to Cunningham. She has made it very evident that Clark and the rest of the Fever roster are now under her protection.
There are so many videos of Sophie Cunningham just starting brawls.
Sophie's readiness to get physical is only one aspect of her effectiveness as an enforcer. Another is her unwavering dedication to doing any dirty work the squad requires. Her physical edge fills a crucial need in the previous year's Fever lineup, which frequently seemed outmatched when games turned into physical fights. She excels in contact situations, finishing plays through defenders and making room for her teammates.
She hits a 3, Maisha Hines-Allen fouls her, and then tries to step over, and then Sophie Cunningham grabs her leg. Nobody's going near Maisha Hines-Allen, but no, Sophie Cunningham will start the fight. The refs are trying to break it up. None of the Mercury players are going to go near Maisha Hines-Allen. They're scared. She's scared the bejesus out of them. Maisha Hines-Allen is one of the toughest players in this league. Sophie Cunningham going head to head straight with her.
I want her to do anything she needs from me. I'll be here for her. When you're trying to do something big, it requires everyone. In order to ensure that Clark can shine without continuously checking over her shoulder, Sophie made it very clear that guarding Clark as part of her goal in Indiana would require her to be able to absorb contact and complete plays.
Sophie Cunningham, in general, is just wild. Wild is the best word I could use to describe Sophie Cunningham. And like, it is just, it's carnage. Like, it's carnage a lot of the time when Sophie Cunningham gets involved with anything. The amount of fights that Sophie Cunningham has been involved in is mental.
Having a true enforcer on the team has repercussions that go beyond Clark Aaliyah. Having someone who is willing to set the physical tone during games will help Boston and Kelsey Mitchell. More significantly, opposing teams will need to rethink how they play the Fever because the rough-and-tumble Clark game plan suddenly has possible repercussions when Sophie Cunningham is on the floor.
I've always been a huge fan of Stephanie White, and I'm not kidding. We, in college, we played, she coached against me and whatnot, and so we've known each other for quite a long time, and since I've been in the league, I was like, hey, when are you going to coach me? You know, like, it was always just kind of a running joke, and it's been one for the past like 3 or 4 years. And so to finally all kind of come together just at the right time, I'm stoked. I think she's a heck of a coach. I love her offense. I love her approach to games and her approach to her players and the relationship she has with their players. And so I just think that we're going to do something really special here and moving forward.
Sophie's tenacity has been the talk of the town, and her physical presence to defend her teammates is so flawless that it almost seems unfair to the rest of the league. Grabber Sophie Cunningham's exceptional shooting could be the real game changer for Indiana's offensive scheme. Last season, she made 38% of her shots from beyond the arc, providing another shooter to surround Kelsey Mitchell and Clark Aaliyah Boston whenever they are double-teamed.
In Sophie Cunningham, the Indiana Fever are trading for a multi-dimensional wing, capable of knocking down the three ball.
Cunningham is starting to cook. Cunningham 3 is good.
Cunningham from the corner.
Locking down defenders.
Several deflections, and this time she gets the steal and the N1 opportunity.
And injecting passion and emotion into the game and into her team.
Sophie changed everything in her 2022 campaign. She averaged 12.6 points while shooting a scorching 40% from downtown, earning her consideration for Most Improved Player. Recall those frustrating moments last season when defenses would collapse 3 or even 4 players around Caitlin Clark when the ball would swing to the perimeter. The Fever simply didn't have enough consistent threats to make opponents pay aside from Lexi Hull and Kelsey Mitchell.
On offense, Cunningham is a floor spacer and a deep shot maker. Each of her last 3 seasons, she's finished top 20 in the WNBA in threes made per minute on the floor among qualified players. And she will join a backcourt that features 2 of the top 5 three-point shot makers from a year ago, Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell.
The ideal stylistic fit is what makes this combination so deadly. When Sophie talked about the Fever's playing style, she couldn't contain her excitement. This is a new style, and it's the kind of offense I want to be in when you have players who can shoot the ball, move the ball, run gunners, and share the ball.
Over Cunningham's last 4 seasons, she shot an impressive 38% from the three-point line. And among players to hit at least 200 threes over that time, only 4 players in the entire league have shot it better from distance, one of those being Kelsey Mitchell. And Cunningham's ability to space the floor should give the Fever All-Star backcourt even more room to create on the drive than they had a year ago.
Cunningham's spacing changes Indiana's offense in a number of ways. For Clark, it means that defenders cannot double-team her, creating cleaner passing lanes and driving opportunities. For Aaliyah Boston, it means less crowded paint areas where she can play one-on-one against interior defenders. And for Kelsey Mitchell, it means another proven shooter to relieve pressure on her as the team's main perimeter scoring option.
But let's look at her defense, where in Phoenix, her versatility was on full display. Capable of guarding 1 through 4 in the lineup, she would defend star point guards one game, then be a small ball 4 the next night. As the Fever look to improve defensively from a season ago, her style fits Stephanie White's perfectly. Aggressive, in your face, and physical.
Cunningham's positional versatility is sometimes underappreciated in her game. At 6 feet 1 inch, she can switch between shooting guard and power forward positions with ease depending on the matchup and the necessity for a quicker, smaller lineup. Sophie's versatility allows Indiana coach Stephanie White to use lineup combinations that she just didn't have the previous season. She can guard larger wings and play the 4th position, but she needs more size on the perimeter.